try again. Come on up, y'all. This time I'm here to present the John Lee Johnson Social Justice Award. The award honors individuals who, like John Lee Johnson, have tirelessly devoted themselves to working for civil rights and social justice. We are fortunate to have quite a few people to recognize.
Y'all can come on over if you want, so Mr. Belmore's not on the edge.
Okay, it is an honor to be able to present the John Lee Johnson Social Justice Award to this group of longtime resident leaders of the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign. Although we have recognized some of these individuals in the past, we thought that it was fitting to recognize them with this award again tonight, as we mark the 10th anniversary since John Lee passed away. John Lee was in it for the long haul, and he didn't ever give up, and neither do the Fifth and Hill resident leaders we are recognizing tonight. Tonight we're recognizing longtime resident leaders. If y'all can just kind of wave your hand so people know who you are when I name you. We're recognizing longtime resident leaders, Mr. Belmore, MD Belmore. Eileen, Oldham, Sandra Jackson, and Jerry J.B. Lewis. These residents are the core group and the driving force behind the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign. For those of you who don't know, the Fifth and Hill Neighborhood Rights Campaign is fighting to clean up the contamination from a toxic site owned by Ameren. The site is a former manufactured gas plant that was located at 5th and Hill Streets in Champaign. This year marks the 9th year of the campaign. That's right, these leaders have been waging a grassroots environmental justice campaign for almost 9 years. And they don't show any signs of quitting or retiring. I've been a community organizer with healthcare consumers for 19 years now. This has been the longest and toughest campaign I have ever been involved with. I have never seen anything like it, including the staying power of these leaders. Since the residents started the campaign, there have been many victories along the way, none of which would have been possible without the consistent and strong leadership of the individuals here tonight. To name just a few, they forced the Illinois EPA and Ameren to make the results of environmental tests in their neighborhood public. They forced Ameren to actually clean up its property, including excavating toxic soil down to 24 feet below the ground, and they should have gone deeper. They forced the city of Champaign to plug a toxic pipe that was used to dump coal tar into the Boneyard Creek. They filed a lawsuit against Ameren with hundreds of plaintiffs, residents, and former residents whose health and properties were affected by the contamination. They brought the US EPA into the neighborhood to do an investigation of off-site contamination in the neighborhood outside of Ameren's property, and this is still an ongoing project. And not only have they been fighting for a cleanup of their neighborhood, they have gotten involved with city zoning issues, redevelopment, and giving input into the city's Boneyard Creek redevelopment project. Beyond that, they have had a lot of involvement with various projects with University of Illinois professors and classes, including providing a great deal of oral and public history. After attending dozens of classes and working on lots of projects, they like to joke about how many have never been to college, but a bunch of them are professors now. But despite the brief listing of some of their major victories, we didn't really bring them here tonight to recognize any specific victory or activity. We really wanted to recognize this group of amazing individuals for their sheer dedication and tenacity and their staying power in this struggle, which seems unending and sometimes moves at an unimaginably slow pace. The ultimate goal of the campaign is to make Ameren clean up all the toxic contamination that is in the neighborhood, not just that which is inside their property line. We are recognizing these Fifth and Hill leaders because they will not be moved. We are recognizing them for the work they will continue to do and the victories they will certainly achieve, because we know that no matter how long it takes, they will get there. The leadership group of the campaign meets twice a month, every single month. If a meeting falls on a holiday and I have the day off, they meet on that holiday anyway and I go to that meeting. They don't take holidays from working for justice. Under the leadership of these individuals, this group has become like a family, and it is a growing family with more people joining and being welcomed in all the time. We know that this struggle will continue for a long time. Ameren is not going to willingly clean up the toxic soil and groundwater that poisons this neighborhood. We can't count on Ameren. We can't count on the Illinois EPA. We probably can't count on the US EPA, but we can count on these resident leaders. They will be there every step of the way. Mr. Belmore, Mr. Cook, Ms. Oldham, Ms. Jackson, Mr. Lewis, for your important and good work and your sheer, unwavering dedication and tenacity on behalf of Champaign County healthcare consumers. It is my tremendous honor to recognize you tonight with the John Lee Johnson Social Justice Award. Congratulations.
It's been that long.
She didn't tell you how much we love her.
Thank you all so much. Started long.